Hello, everybody. I'm Sara Sach. Welcome back to my crochet channel. If you don't know, every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m., whether it's spring forward or fall back, daylight savings time, we try to do this every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. I was a little concerned because I really didn't talk a lot about changing your clocks this year. And so I was afraid some of you all would get confused. Here in Oklahoma, we do. I think most states do, except maybe Arizona and Hawaii, I think. I looked it up. But I don't know if Canada does or not. And anywhere else in the world, I don't know if they do or not either. So anywho, happy Tuesday. I'm drinking coffee. I had a little mishap this morning. I had kind of a rough couple of days, and then I had some fun surprises I'm going to tell you about. Anywho, my filter in my coffee pot, I have a Mr. Coffee, a simple little Mr. Coffee. Anywho, the filter in my coffee pot fell over, so all the grounds went through, so I had to filter my coffee myself this morning. It still tastes really good. I'm drinking my good old oldies cup of coffee that I love, and I went to put my favorite creamer in, the coconut creamy creamer, sugar-free, but I was out. Some silly person put it back in the fridge without any left in it. It was me. I'm the only one who drinks coffee here. So anywho, I've got nutmeg. No. Hazelnut. Hazelnut creamer. See, I'm telling you, I had a rough morning, but I had a great weekend, so I got some things to tell you about. Clinkety, clink, clink, clinkin'. And remember, I love to see where you're all from, so be sure and don't put your address. But you can put your state or your country or whatever you want. Good coffee. All right, I'm going to move this over. I've got so many fun things to talk to you about today. The first thing is, I have a couple of silly jokes for you. We love jokes, don't we? All right, now, the thing is, if I'm going to tell you a joke, I want to see some clapping hands and some giggling faces. Okay, are you ready? Why do spiders spin webs? And this is the time of year we got a bunch of spiders out. Garden spiders. They're good because they eat the bad bugs. Okay? So why do spiders spin webs? Well, it's really just because I didn't have time to teach them crochet. Nobody taught them crochet. I have a few spiders out there, and I'm not going to even get close enough to teach them how to crochet. I know, that is just plain silly. All right, I had this one sent to me this week. It said, how many sheep does it take to crochet a sweater? 0, because sheep don't know how to crochet either. I just thought those were both super duper funny. All righty, so the next thing I want you to notice is, if you look over here, I've got 3 bears now. So we have Joy, which is the white, fluffy, creamy one. And then we have Hope, which is the chocolate bear. And then there's one in the middle there that I don't know where I got it from. Friday, it was just sitting on my porch in a chair that said, here's your boy bear. I don't know who gave it to me. So whoever stopped by my house and dropped it off, thank you. And we have decided to name him Gabriel, or Gabe for short. Okay? So we have Hope. We have, I keep forgetting their names. We have Joy, we have Hope, and we have Gabriel. Isn't that fun? See his little blue feet? It is a birthday bear also. And I just thought it was just so much fun. I have a feeling it was my granddaughter, Callie, because she has a lot of Build-A-Bears. I just have this feeling. But I don't know, because no, they didn't sign their name. It was a surprise. Okay, so I got another surprise. Last night, my husband and I were sitting there just watching, I don't know, I can't remember what we were watching, just some silly show. Most of the time, I hate to say this, but most of the time I'm crocheting and not really paying attention to what we're watching unless I hear something funny. or if it's scary, then I'm like crocheting really, really fast. Anyway, so I saw there were headlights facing our house and the doorbell rang. So I go out there and there's this huge box. I mean, a huge box. I thought, oh, somebody sent me some yarn. Well, then the guy goes, oops, ma'am, I gave you the wrong box. So he hands me this box. Premier yarn. I'm like, what kind of yarn can they get in this small box? Well, it's not yarn, but it is a fun surprise. So I know you all watch Cinnamon Stitches, Jennifer, and she was the premier affiliate of the year. And they sent her a bunch of swag. And that means things with the premier yarn on it. Okay, and they sent her a lot of really neat things. And she did a really good job. Very deserving. I love her channel. I know y'all do too. And I was really happy for her. But I'm going to tell you, I was also just a little bit jelly because I wanted some premier swag, right? So I got some. Let me show you. So first of all, they sent me this beautiful card, and I have to show you this. This is another one of those handmade cards. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And you know what? I could paint that, and I could put it in a frame, or I could leave it as is. But they make these beautiful handmade cards, and it has a beautiful note just to me. I'm not going to read it to you because it's kind of personal. It's just thank you to me. Okay, so then I pull this out. I am so excited about this. This great big swag of a bottle. Because y'all know I am trying really hard to drink more water. That is twice what my other bottle holds. Whoops. Isn't that cool? I just love it. I just love it. I don't know anything about this brand. I hope it's a good brand. But it is big. And, oh, I just love it. I can't wait to use it. I haven't used it yet because I wanted to wash it out real quick first. Isn't that awesome? One of the things you'll notice, if you go back and watch Jennifer's video of her opening all the things that she got from Premier Yarn, they did a great job because they know her personally. And they gave her things that she can use or that she loves. And that's why I love this so much. Premier Yarn is just so good to their people. Okay, they also gave me these, which I'm super excited about too. I'm going to show you these in the other camera so you can see them up close. These are stickers, okay? And I just love them. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a magnet on the back of them and stick them on my fridge. Okay? So these are about the fruits, and you know I love the fruit yarns. And then this one says 2024 Premier Yarns Parfait Chunky Neons. It's just another sticker. And they're stickers. But I'm not going to stick them. I'm going to put a magnet on them and put them on my fridge. So I got some Premier Yarn swag. I'm so excited about it. And I'm just as excited about this beautiful card. I'm just so amazed at how they just treat their affiliates like wonderful people, and they're personal, and they get to know you. And it's just amazing. If Premier Yarn is watching, I just want you all to know thank you. Of course, I did already send an email to my person that's my contact. Really nice person. They're so good at keeping us informed, telling us when the new stuff's coming out. I mean, I was just so excited. I wanted to share that with you. So I got 2 surprises this week. I got a brand new bear, Gabriel, and then I got that swag. So anyway, I wanted to tell you all about that. Now, the next thing I wanted to tell you about is our shout out of the week. Okay, so when I was writing up the blog, because you know I write a newsletter blog that has all the information that I talk about in our live video each week, and then I post it. That way you can kind of read through it. You can find the links, although I always put all the links underneath the video when we're done. But lost my whole train of thought. Anyhow, I also always put the shout out of the week's link in there because it's very important to me that we encourage other crocheters. There's a lot of people out there that started a YouTube channel because YouTube can be a very scary place to be, and can be a lot of negativity. And there's also competition, and I don't view my other crochet people as competition. I view us as a big community, you know. I want to encourage all other crocheters, don't quit. even if your channel's not growing as fast as you would like it, just keep plugging along and keep working. And years ago, I think my 9th anniversary just passed from me doing, or was it 7? I think it was 7. But anyhow, it just passed. And I go back and look at those videos I did at the beginning, and I'm thinking, what was I thinking? You know, but people followed me anyway, and they've followed me all these years. And so that's, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you go and look at videos and they aren't perfect, but these people are really trying hard and they want you to travel along with them on their crochet journey, do it, you know? And so I found this young lady, and she's just really joyful and fun. And her name is Katrinna, and she has a YouTube channel called Faith and Loops. That's her crochet channel, and this is what her bio says. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and God has blessed her with a love for crochet. So she's turned that pain into something fun. She's fun and joyful and knows a lot about crochet markets. So if you are someone who likes to make things and sell them in markets, she knows a lot about that, because that's basically what she does, along with showing you everything that she does. So her link is already posted underneath this video in that description box. So you need to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Okay, now I want to tell you again the difference. Liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell are 3 separate things. When you like a video, you're telling YouTube you like that video. When you subscribe to a channel, you're telling YouTube that you like that channel. Okay, but when you ring the bell, you're telling YouTube, please show me other videos when they come online. They do not email you, okay? What that does is when you come on YouTube, they'll show you videos that you have rung the bell. I get people all the time, they'll say, I can't find your videos. Ring the bell. You know, when you go over there, I think it's on this side, down underneath, you click that where it says subscribe, and then it'll say, you know, it'll have ring the bell. Okay, and that's just telling YouTube you want to see their videos. And I want you to do that when you go and visit these other channels, because that's such an encouragement to them. Because they do work. I don't know, those of you who do YouTube channels, you know there's a lot of prep work and a lot of work that goes into it. Editing pictures, and all of that stuff. And so I just really want to encourage other YouTubers that, you know, they're doing crafts and other things, gardening and things. Just stick with it and keep going. We're plugging for you, you know. So her name is Katrinna, and her channel is called Faith and Loops Crochet Channel. I really liked her. She's just so, I use this word a lot, delightful, you know, because if you go to a channel and people are, you know, they maybe have some struggles. We all do. You know, we all have health issues and family issues and life issues, you know, and it's okay to talk about those things, but don't let them drag you down on your channel. You know, be real, you know, but you can be real and be joyful and talk about your struggles all at the same time. All right. So go like her channel, subscribe, and ring that bell. All right. So that's what I want to talk to you about. That is our subscription of the week. That is our shout out of the week. Now we're going to talk a little bit about our yarn of the week. And I don't have it here yet. I'm going to go and make sure I can get an order in, because Premier just came out with 2 new types of yarns. Okay, I'm going to pull them up here on my iPad like I usually do. And we're going to go over here to this other channel. I am so excited about this one. This is Join the Pom Party, okay? And what this is extra large pom-pom yarn, okay? Let me come up here. I'm going to click on it for you. So I want you to see this. This one right here, this caramel, that's my favorite. It looks like a chocolate cupcake with sprinkles on it. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colors. Black and white. I love the white one. Look at that. And it looks a lot like the regular pom-pom yarn, only these are super bulky number. Oh, I missed the teal one. Number 7. But this caramel one is my favorite right here. $4.99 a piece. And here's what it has. 10 colors. It's 80% polyester, 19% nylon, and 1% metallized polyester. And that's because you've got these different colors going through there. I don't know if you can see those pom-poms. Let me grab one that looks where you can see the pom-poms better. See, look at that yellow one. All right, that's called incandescent. This one is still one of my favorites also, is the white. But anyway, they're $4.99 a piece. They're 3.5 ounces, and they're a jumbo number 7. All right, that's one of their new ones. And remember we talked about doing a bear crochet along this summer? I'm probably going to be using this particular yarn. I'm thinking about either getting a bunch of different colors and making it a rainbow bear, or maybe doing it in this brown, this chocolate brown. They call it caramel crunch. I just really love that. It's just so pretty. All right, let's go back. Because this is the other new one. It's called Socket. It's not. It's a sock kit. I keep calling it Socket. I just love calling it that. What you're going to get in the kit, it's $24.99, but you get, let me do it over here. You get 2 of the skeins of the multicolor. You get 1 of the skeins of the solid color for the contrast. And I'll show you that in just a second. You get 1 single crochet, which is a B, which is a 2.25. And then you get 5 double pointed needles, and then you get 10 locking stitch markers. Okay, and then you get a free pattern for the socks. I'm going to show you. This color here is called It's a Mood. Okay, I'm going to bring up a brighter one. Let's see. Okay, this color is called Prep School, but this is one of my favorites, and you can see there's a pattern for knitting and a pattern for this one's knitting. And this one's crochet. So whether you crochet or knit, and then you get a solid up here, and then because you want your heels solid and your top solid, it's just a really neat, really neat thing. And I really encourage you to go over there and check it out, because it's hard for me to really just show you without actually having the yarns myself. And hopefully I get to, I'm going to check my budget. And see about ordering some in. But I really love that Bulky 7 pom-pom yarn, because I have a lot of pom-pom yarn, and I have some plans for some Easter things with some of the pom-pom yarn as well, but not the Bulky 7. Okay, I think the regular pom-pom is a Bulky 5. So that's the Bulky 7 is a really big bulky, and when you use that, the patterns are bigger, of course, and the stitches, I mean, are bigger, and you get nice, really soft, squishy animals and things that we make. And so I want to do that bear, but I can't decide whether I should do it all in brown, or if I should get like 6 different colors and like make each arm and each leg a different color, and the head and the body and the nose, you know. Excuse me. I think it'd be super, super fun. I'm getting dry again. I think it would be super fun to make it a rainbow bear, because, you know, a lot of people have rainbow babies and they love to have a teddy bear. And I have my niece is getting ready to have a little baby boy, and then I have a friend that's getting ready to have a baby, although they don't know what it is just yet. And so I'm really excited about, you know, putting some stuff together to send to both of them. And although I don't know if I'd send them my bear, I might keep that for myself. I love teddy bears. I really do. So anyway, that is our yarn of the week. And the sock kits are super neat. I keep calling them Socket. That'll help you remember it. The truth of the matter is I forget things all the time. So if I can give myself some silly thing to remember it by, then I will. And I have, since I can remember, even as a child, had trouble with my memory. I have always forgotten things. I don't know what it is. Okay, so extra large Parfait Pom Party yarn, jumbo number 7, 10 different colors. And then the other one is the sock kit. And it's a complete kit with 2 skeins of variegated, 1 skein of solid. Plus you get knitting needles and crochet hooks, so you can decide which thing you want to do. Stitch markers. And you get a code so you can go and get free patterns. But they have free patterns on Premier website anyway. So, I mean, it's a really neat idea. Dawn, that's a good question. Would the brown show up on the camera? It is a little bit lighter brown. It's more of like a caramel brown. So I don't know. I am really, you're right. I am really picky about making sure that what I'm doing can be seen on camera. I do turn my lights up and down for different colors and things like that. But I really think it would, but I'm really drawn toward doing that rainbow one. So I'm going to think about it and I'll let you know what I order. Okay. I might not even let you know until I get it in. Because I need to get working on it right now if I want it to be ready for this summer. You know, I love the idea of doing a rainbow bear. You know, and the truth of the matter is you could do it all in whatever color that you want to. You know, because there's 10 different colors. It would be so much fun. So much fun. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. All right, so now let's talk about what we did this week. Now, I do want to reiterate this. The patterns that I show you, that I have done a video of, are my own designs. And you can always find, of course, the links for the video down underneath this video. And then if you want the written pattern, underneath every one of my videos in that description box is a link that will take you to the blog. Now, one thing that happens is when I first release a pattern, I have to go over to the blog and post the links for the video on the blog. So if you click on the blog like 2 seconds after it's loaded, it's going to be a couple more seconds before I get the link from the blog back over to the video. So it takes a little bit of time. And I have this one person, every video says, you didn't post a link. You didn't post a link. And I think they just do that just to annoy me. But don't worry. If it's not there when you click on the video, it's because either I'm having computer issues or I haven't got it done yet. And we try to remember, you know, but life happens sometimes. I do not know how big the bear will be. I was originally going to make the bear so it's the same size as my Build-A-Bears that I have back here. But if I use that big jumbo, it's going to be bigger. But I tell you what I'm thinking about, what's kind of going on in my mind, is I'm going to go ahead and design it to the measurements of the Build-A-Bear, which is, I believe, a 16-inch bear. Okay? And do it out of normal yarn. And then use the same pattern and make one out of the jumbo yarn so that you can see the size differences. Okay? So this is kind of what's going on in my brain, because the yarn being bigger, of course, it's going to make a bigger bear. Okay? But I do want you to be able, if you can, because Build-A-Bears are expensive. I happen to have the first one, Joy, the blondie one over there, the cream one. I've had her for a while. And then I got this chocolate one the other day. And then, of course, the caramel one that we named Gabriel, he was free because somebody gave it to me, okay? So if you can't afford to Build-A-Bear, or you get in your kids' closets and your grandkids, I bet they have one they're not using. But it does not have to be a Build-A-Bear. It can be any. I'm pretty sure it's a 16-inch tall bear. But I will make sure that all that information is there when we do the crochet along. And you know what? It doesn't have to be a bear. If you've got a 16-inch stuffed animal that's maybe a rabbit or a puppy or frog, I don't know, any of them. And the clothes, because I am going to be working on some dresses. I do have plans. I've been working on we've got the Easter dress that the girls are wearing over here all ready to go. And we'll be posting that actually next Friday for Friday Fun Day. Not this week, but next week. Okay? And then, of course, my grandgirls informed me that they need underpants if we're going to put them in a dress. And so what I'm thinking is the next week or two, I'm probably going to release the shorts pattern, because that's what we're going to put on the boy bear, is a pair of shorts and a top. And those shorts can also be underpants for the girls' dresses. We'll just add some little ruffles or something. So kind of what's coming up with the bears. So get in your grandkids and your kids' toy boxes and just find a 16-inch animal. It'll work. See, there you go. Lisa's got a frog. And I'll be doing them off the measurements of the Build-A-Bears, okay? So if you, any of the, now I don't know about any, because there's lots of different shapes of Build-A-Bears. I actually have a Grinch. Oh my goodness, the Grinch one would fit. I have a Grinch Build-A-Bear, and I also have the dog Max Build-A-Bear. And of course, he's different shape, so it wouldn't fit. It might, but not the same. Okay, that's what I'm kind of trying to say. Basically, built like a bear. This is going to be so much fun. I'm really excited about it, and I'm hoping as we go along, once we get some things established and stuff on, how we're doing it, that we can do like a Halloween costume and then a Christmas outfit, or a Thanksgiving outfit and things like that through the years. Not every month or whatever, but as they come along, and just have a lot of fun with it. And I have to tell you why I'm inspired by this is, if some of y'all follow Snappy Tots, Heidi and I have been friends for years and years and years and years. I love her to death. She does not have much on. I don't even know if she has. She had a YouTube channel at one time, but I don't think she works on it anymore. But she does these geese. And they do costumes and outfits for them all the time. If you have one of those geese, those white geese that sit out like over on your porch or whatever, they do all kinds of fun costumes for them. And I absolutely love her designs. And it has inspired me to come up with some designs for my bears. That's kind of what I was thinking about when I remembered I had my bear. Okay, the first bear there is Joy. Joy is the kind of creamy one. And the chocolate one over here is, what did I name her? Hope. Joy and Hope. And then the one in the middle is the little boy, and his name is Gabriel. But we're just going to call him Gabe. That's the name we kind of came up with. So anyway, I know I keep talking about it, but it is just so much fun. And I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to go back over to the other camera here. All right, so I'm going to move this over. We did the third coffee cup magnet. And when I go back up, you'll see that I've got it on my hanger back there. And I want you to notice that it's bigger, because they're not all going to be the same size. This one's got the pin on the back. There we go. And so this was for January. This was February's cup, and this is the March cup. I'm already designing the April one and April and May one too, and I really love how they're turning out. And this has been so much fun. And even if you don't do that, the hanger, now remember, the hanger and all of these cut patterns are all free Ravelry downloads. So you can go to Ravelry and download them for free for the patterns, okay? And each one can be made into a magnet or a pin. And if you don't want to do the hanger or the pillow, and you just want to do the magnets, that's totally fine. Now, this one is a little smaller. This one is closer to this size just because it's got the bottom on it. And so you can see they're not all going to be the same size. I am going to be using acrylic yarns out of my stash for all of them. Okay, I have a lot of yarn in my yarn stash. But I love how this one turned out because we've got this puffy 4-leaf clover. And we use the orange and white stripes. And they're all going to be different, and they're going to be a lot of fun. I want to come back up here so I can show you. Oops, wrong side. How it fits on. It fits just fine on there. It looks really, really cute. And that's the March magnet or pin of the month. Like I said, if you don't want to do the wall hanging, you can still do the magnet every month and be part of the crochet along. Not a problem. Betty has a sloth. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now, when we start doing this, all of you need to make sure that you are, you go to Facebook, even if you don't like Facebook. I know a lot of people don't, but join the Coffee and Crochet with Sara group, because I want to see all your pictures. I do. I love seeing the things that you make. So go to Facebook and join the Coffee and Crochet with Sara group. You do have to answer 3 questions to get in there, okay? That's how we tell if you're a spam or a robot, okay? All right, just a reminder. Let's come back over here. Now, this is what we did yesterday. This is what I'm calling it, kind of an abstract clover. This is a table runner for the table. And I brought this out here because a lot of people ask me, where did I find this clover bowl? What this is this is made from Frankoma. Okay, you can see it's got the kiln number. This is made from red clay, and I wanted to show you the bottom here where you can see the red showing through. My sister and my sister has a huge Frank Oma collection. Mine is quite a bit smaller. I might have 200 pieces, but she's got probably thousands. Anyway, Frank Oma pottery is made in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. And it's right outside Tulsa, and I grew up driving past there all the time. And it has 2 different times the factory has burned down. But they just reopened it, I want to say about 1.5 to 2 years ago. This was about the time we moved back to Oklahoma. But this is antique. The ones that I have are not anything of the new. Mine are all antique collectibles. And my sister and I love to go on hunts for them. This is actually an ashtray. This is why this has this place for your cigarette. And I have 2 of these, and I use them as a candy dish. But anyway, I thought it looked perfect with this. And so I like to use them sometimes for, just so that it looks pretty. But if you want to know what it's called, it's Frank Oma Pottery, and it's in Sapulpa. And you can look it up. I love them. I love their pottery. But this is our table runner. And you can see we've made some, I call it abstract clovers, and then some open. And I just love the way that it turned out. This yarn is the Sweet Roll. I believe it's called Wasabi Pop. And it has like this sage green, this deep green, and this bright green. And I just absolutely love it. And this one is about 37 inches long, I think. And it's only about 8 inches wide. And the new thing about a table runner is this has repeats. I think it's like let's see. Yeah, I think it's a 6-row repeat. So you can make it as long as you want it to be. I think this would look gorgeous in that green ombre, or you could make it all in one color. You could make it all in one color and maybe do the ends in different color. I mean, you could just do whatever you want to with it. And it doesn't have to be done in greens. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's a lot of fun. It's going to be on my table. It's actually going to be on my coffee table, because you can put it on your coffee table, your dresser, anywhere you want, so that I can put some candies in my bowls. I'm very strict about who can touch my Frank Oma bowls and stuff, though. Frank Oma pottery, just to talk about a little more, they make all kinds of stuff. I have all different shapes of pictures, like pouring pictures, and I have a honey bowl, and just all kinds of different pots and vases and things like that. And my sister and I, what we do is we get together and we go to secondhand stores and antique stores and see what we can find and get some good bargains on it. She has a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. I don't have a lot, like I said, I probably have 200 pieces. I mean, that's quite a bit, but compared to what she has, I have very little. They also make gorgeous plates. I love things that have, because it's made in Oklahoma, I love things that have Native American stuff on them, like the Indian heads and shapes and stuff, or they say Oklahoma. I love all that kind of stuff. And so a couple of years ago when I came down for Christmas, my sister and I, she reintroduced me to it, I should say, to some of the Frank Oma, and she gave me a lot of different pieces. And I just love it. It's just beautiful, and it's so much fun to go to antique stores and stuff and just find them. So anyway, that's what that was all about. I had a lot of people ask me, where did you get that gorgeous thing? But it's pottery. And like I said, it's Frank Oma. And you can find it at different secondhand stores sometimes. We've even found them at Goodwills and thrift stores. So yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, so the this and that video that we did last week had to do with buttons. And the reason I did another one on buttons, I talked about buttons in the past and how to be safe with them and things like that. But the reason I wanted to do another thing about buttons is I kept getting questions about how do you sew a button on without losing it through the fabric, or how do you make it stay secure? And so I went in and I showed you how to thread the needle really easily, how to sew it on when you have buttonholes or you have the little loop on the bottom, and to make it neat. I also showed you a little bit about how to how to sew on an applique that has a trim. I went ahead and showed that as well, and I'll be talking more about sewing on appliques at a later date, but I just wanted to give you a little bit on that. A a lot of people don't use buttons, and I really don't recommend them on things for small children, especially the like toys and stuff that they can bite and swallow, because a button can be a choking hazard. But I think that you can use a lot of buttons on hats and for buttoning things and stuff like that, because we need buttons, open and close. Plus, I love buttons. I have an amazing collection. I'm one of those people that goes into Goodwill and looks at shirts and things that are old and looking at the buttons and stuff. And I might buy, a nasty old shirt, but it's got the most gorgeous buttons on it, And I don't mean, I'm not nasty. I mean, their things aren't nasty, but I just mean something I wouldn't wear, really not my style, but it has gorgeous buttons. So I'll buy the buttons, buy it for the buttons and stuff like that. I love wooden buttons, and I love old antique buttons. I like to buy old antique pens as well, as far as brooches, So anyway, I talked a lot about that. Now, tomorrow's video, I'm calling it The Anatomy of a Granny Square. And I know, again, we talked about granny squares in the past, but I've had a lot of questions about why do you chain one or two or don't chain in between the clusters, and how many double crochets makes a cluster, things like that. And I talk a lot about that and granny squares. I know a lot of people don't love them like I do. I love all things crochet. So of course I love granny squares, and granny squares have become such a big thing. You cannot even go into a store anymore without seeing something crocheted or something made with granny squares. Hats, vest, the sweater, and they're real popular. You can watch it on TV. I don't know about you all. I can be watching a movie and not even paying attention. Then I'm like, oh, that blanket's made out of granny squares, or oh, that's a crochet hat. Oh, she's wearing a crochet top. We find them and we can, And the thing is, the traditional granny square has come a long way. And there's so, I think the term I use on the video is there are a gazillion types of granny squares, crochet squares, Afghan squares, whatever you want to call them. And they're so popular. And I've always loved them. And I talk about why I love them so much in the video and stuff. But that's tomorrow's video. And then on Friday, I have a new spring hat. And it's kind of a silly hat, and I love it because it's going to be, it has some interchangeable parts, and so I think you're going to think that's funny, and I think you're really going to like it, because I don't know about you, but I'm thinking spring. Okay, middle of March, it's time for spring, and today's what, the 11th? It's almost the middle. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm just so excited about things coming in the spring. We planted 100 tulips and 50 daffodils, and we're already starting to see them poking up through, and that's exciting. And oh, don't forget, the 17th of March, Rosie's going to be 16 years old. Maximo, my little white one, my little white chihuahua that has gone across the Rainbow Bridge, he would have been 17. Here's a picture on that pillow of my Maximo. Isn't that precious? I had it in my bedroom, but I decided to bring the pillow in here so that I could see it every time I come in here and work in my yarn room. That was a special gift that was sent to me, and it means so much to me. Plus, I was afraid that if it was in my bedroom, it would get slept on or pushed around, and I don't want it to get worn out. I absolutely love that pillow. I have also an ornament that someone made. They took a picture of Maximo and they hand painted it on this Christmas ornament, and I have that hanging in the other room as well. I was so overwhelmed by the amount of love that people showed me when my Maximo passed away, because he was such a part of all of our videos, and just like Rosie, I love her to pieces. And I better not say her name too loud because she'll start asking to go outside. I work really hard to take her out before the video starts. She's sleeping. I don't know if you can hear her snoring or not. It's like, but I try really hard to take her out right before the video starts. That's why you might ask me a question and I'm running out to take Rosie out potty before I get in. I might miss that question. So if you had a question at the beginning of the video, ask it again. But anyway, Rosie's actual birthday is actually the 18th of March. And Maximo's, we weren't exactly sure when his birthday was. And so my niece at the time, she was, I think, 5 or 6. I can't remember. Let's see. I think she just turned 22. So that tells you how old she was when I got these two. And I used to babysit her and when we were in Tulsa. And she decided, because her birthday is March 17th, so she decided that we should celebrate her birthday and their birthdays all on the same day. And so we did until we moved to Colorado. So, anywho. So, sorry, I was just reading some comments. I'm easily distracted by your comments, so I try really hard not to be too distracted. Well, you know what? It's 10 after 11, and we have talked about a lot of things. So just a quick recap. Please go over to Faith and Loop's crochet channel. Show her some crochet love by liking, subscribing, and ringing that bell. And don't forget to ring my bell today on this video. And also, remember, last week I said what the March giveaway is. That's 8 skeins of yarn. Spring green. So if you want to know about that, you can go and watch last week's video, and I explain what the giveaway is. And so you need to comment on last week's video to be a part of the giveaway. Okay? All you have to do is make a comment, and then next Tuesday I'm going to announce who the winner is. Okay? So be sure and do that. And then let's see. It's like there's one other thing I wanted to remind you of. Oh, go underneath here and click my Premier Yarn link. Okay? And then go check out the new yarns. There's lots of new yarns. There's this extra large pom pom party yarn, the sockets, the sock kits. I keep calling it the socket. Then I hope you remember them. And then there was one other new yarn. Oh, the new colors for the chenille. And someone asked me if I said that incorrect. Chanel. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. It's gorgeous yarn. I call it chenille. Whatever. It's gorgeous yarn. Go look at them. They're all the brand new yarns. And while you're there, if you click that tab section on this side at the top, it says sales. And they'll have weekly sales. And they'll have bag sales and clearance. And you can see all the neat things that are on sale. And I believe right now, I want to believe it's the anti-peeling that's on sale, but I'm not sure. I didn't check it this morning. I looked at it yesterday. All right. All righty. Now, don't worry about the teddy bear crochet along just yet. When I get it all finalized, I will give you all the information because I want everybody who can. I want you all to be involved. Okay? Because the more people involved, the more fun it is. But also, if you can't do it when we do it, I'll make a playlist. And you can go and and it'll always be there. And that also reminds me one other thing. When we do the monthly magnets, I made a playlist for I believe it's called our home 2025 crochet along or 2025 crochet along. I put it right at the top. So when you go to my YouTube channel, okay, go to the YouTube channel. And if you scroll down, it'll show playlists. And there's one for the home crochet along that'll have all of the videos in there. And underneath the videos, there'll also be the link for the blog that has all the pictures. And on the blog is where you get the link for the free Ravelry download. Okay, so go check out the playlist as well. All right, I think we've covered everything. So, thank you for being here today. I know we've gone over by about 13 minutes, but that's okay. All right? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube channel. Because like I always say, I can't do any of this without all of you. You all are what makes the channel work. All right? So, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.